Best tank mates for predator and monster fish. Nothing is more impressive than walking into a room and seeing a large fish tank with some massive fish. It catches everyone's eye. The problem is often large fish are predators, and if it fits in their mouth, they will definitely eat it. This makes finding tank mates extremely hard, due to potential tank mates either being too small or having personality traits that make them incompatible for these large fish. Predator fish mainly use the top portion of the tank, and this leaves a large portion of your tank unused, which if you are like me irritates you to no end. I love packing out my tank to the max, probably a habit I developed from having to overcrowd my tanks when I had Malawi cichlids. When trying to fill out the bottom portion of your tank, you run into some issues. First is most bottom dwellers are quite small and easily swallowed by large fish. Next is that other fish are quite easy to be bullied and are stressed from large predator fish, or they're incredibly boring or downright ugly. In my opinion, the best fish to add to your tank and to separate it from others is a large fancy Pleco. Now when I say Pleco, I don't mean a large common Pleco. These are ugly, everyone has one, but with over 350 plus Plecos and new ones being discovered regularly, it gives you a ton of options. These 5 Plecos come to mind when planning a large monster fish tank. First is a Mango Pleco. Mango Plecos, also known as L47s, it's a nice bulky Pleco that has a beautiful emerald body and a yellow seam on the tail. This Pleco is often sold fairly small, but when it grows out, it is a big fish that your predators will have a hard time swallowing or bullying. A similar Pleco is the L191 Royal Pleco. Royal Plecos are probably the most well-known large Pleco after the common Pleco. It has a green base with black designs on it. These lines can run either the length of the body or create little green dots when they run into each other. This Pleco can get over a foot in length. Is also known for how wide they get. They get 4 to 6 inches wide and can get similar in height as well. They look like a big woolly mammoth wandering through your tank. This fish loves to chew on wood, so they would do great in an aquascape that has a lot of driftwood. While you can find these in a small size, I wouldn't suggest buying them at a young age for a predator tank. They're extremely slow growers and can take 10 years before they get to a size that they can be perfect for your large fish tank. The next is a blue Eye Panaque. Blue Eye Panaque is a stunning fish. In contrast between the gray body and the blue eyes is beautiful. Being in the same family as the Royal Pleco, it enjoys wood and has a very similar body shape. While many people don't like the gray body, I love it. It reminds me of a large tank making its way to its destination. It's a fairly rare fish and not many people have them. Another great large Pleco is the L600 Leopard Cactus Pleco. The Leopard Cactus Pleco looks just like it's named. It has spines on its body that line up just as a cactus do. It also has little spots like a leopard does. Another cool thing is that as it gets older, its nose slowly gets rounder, so it starts to look more like a submarine swimming through your tank. The next one is a Luteus. Having a Luteus in your tank will definitely set it apart. It is one of the rarest, if not the rarest, in the hobby. There is only one gentleman in the US that imports them. This fish will run you from about $300 to $5,000 depending on the size and phase of the fish. The Luteus is such a unique fish in the Pleco world. It has 3 phases. Some believe these phases are dependent on age or the health of the fish, while others believe each phase is more like a color morph. Phase 3 is the most sought after phase of the Luteus Pleco. It is completely yellow all over its body and is an amazing fish to see in person. Of the Luteus, the last phase 3 has the largest I've ever seen, and there's a very few fish that could mess with it even if they wanted to. Phase 2 Luteus. Actually my preferred color morph of a Luteus. It has a black base body with little yellow dots all over its body, with its fins having yellow accents. It's great, has the same look as the yellow Luteus, the phase 3, but I feel like it has a more dynamic look to it with those dots on the yellow sides. And the last is the phase 1. Mostly just a black body with little yellow dots on it. As it develops in age, it can develop yellow on its tail like the phase 2, but as it ages, it'll tend to get yellow on its fins and start to look like a phase 2 until it morphs completely into that phase 2. While these are some of my favorite large Plecos that can help fill out your tank and make it a great large fish and monster tank, There are many other types of variants and other large Plecos that would work wonderful in a monster fish tank. Can't wait to see what you put in your monster fish tanks.